Last week, this car failed its MOT. It failed. And it was because of these tyres. Now these tyres, because they used to be cambered, have worn on the inside. So they failed because they're worn down. But now I have these two brand new tyres, Pilot Sport 5s. So all we need to do is go and get these fitted, re-MOT it, and then it's job done, hopefully. So let's go and do it. And if you stick around in the video, I will tell you why tyres are so important and why there are some things which you might not know about tyres, which you probably need to know. Now let's get them in there and go.
Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like it burns. So give him something worse to kill his head with, make him forget somehow. Might be that another day she would have.
Oh fuck.
Wished he stayed, but they're done. Sorry.
Sexy.
Don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some?
So I arrived at the tyre shop and they straight away got to taking off the old wheels and changing the tyres. There you can see them going away. And this is what the car looks like with no wheels. It looks kind of funny, that's why I recorded it. They then brought back the wheels with the new tyres and began fitting them. So the tyres have now been fitted. We are now back at the MOT centre. So let's get this car retested and hopefully we should pass. It only failed on the tyres, so let's go and see. And while I was waiting, I couldn't help but look at some of these cool cars. Got a classic Mini, a Porsche 944, and whatever this is. So what was the result this time? Guess what? We passed. Car was re-MOT'd, and because of the new front tyres, we have now passed. So the car is now fully road legal again and back on the road, because it was off the road. But now I can briefly tell you all about tyres and why they're important, and even tell you some things that you may not already know. Whee! So as we all know already, tyres are an important part of the car. In fact, they're probably the most important part because these are the one thing which connects the car to the road. And it should technically be the only thing that's touching the road, technically. But these tyres that are on your car have a much more important role to play than just being a lump of rubber which wraps around your wheel. Let's get into it. First of all tyres come in different sizes and all of them have different tread. And if you don't know what tread is, this here on the face here is the tread. Now tread plays an important role because it has more than one function. That being, one, tread dictates how well the grip is of the tyre or how grippy it is. I mean, there are other factors, but one of the main ones is the tread. Also, the tread is designed specifically so that it can actually repel water away from the tyre. Some tyres are better at it than others, some are worse, and that all depends on what sort of tyre you've got and whether it's a budget tyre or a premium tyre. These are Michelin Pilot Sport 5s, which can be classed as a premium tyre. Whereas on the backs at the moment, I've still got the old tyres, which are Toyo TR1. Good tyres, but they don't last very long. Whereas these Michelin Pilot Sport 5s are the improved version of the Pilot Sport 4s, which everyone knows is an incredible tyre. The Michelin Pilot Sport 4s come on all sorts of different cars from Audis, BMWs, Mercedes, and even some Porsches. So if it's good enough for a Porsche, it's good enough for this. These tyres do come at a hefty price, at roughly £170 to £250 per tyre. It entirely depends on size and where you're buying them from and everything like that. I bought these off of Black Circles. Now Black Circles is a website where you can buy tyres, and right now they've got a sale on. All you do is you type in your tyre size and you can even have them fully fitted or you can have them delivered straight to your door. And as you can see, they stock a lot of tyres, especially the Pilot Sport 5s, as you can see here, for £98. But any size you want, any sort of brand you want, they've got it. And no, this is not sponsored. They have not paid me to say anything. I just want you guys to know where to get some good tyres from for a good price. And luckily for me, Black Circles had one hell of a deal on where they were doing these tyres for only £99 per tyre, which is why I got a couple. And I will be getting some more for the rear, but for now I've only got one on the front. but the rears are coming. Now, as for tyres, there's 3 main different tyres that you can get: budgets, mid-range or premium. Now, budget tyres, usually they don't last very long and they don't have a lot of the new technologies which are in premium tyres, but they are a lot more affordable. So yeah, they'll get you by, they are affordable, they're a lot cheaper, but they're not the best. Now, you've also got mid-range tyres. Now, these tyres are a little bit more expensive than budget tyres, but not as expensive as premium tyres, and they are a bit better. Now, mid-range tyres, generally speaking, are the most common because they're the ones that pretty much everyone goes for, simply because of the fact that it's not as cheap as the budgets, but not as expensive as the premiums. And they come with a lot of the new technologies and some of the better technologies that are in premium tyres. As for the premium tyres, they do come with a much higher price, but they have a lot of technology and a lot of thought and design that's gone into them to make them so special. And Michelin comes as one of the most recommended tyre out there because they are so good. So what tyre should I put on my car then? Good question, and ultimately it comes down to what your budget is. If you can afford the premium tyres, I would highly recommend going for some premiums because they are just that much better. But if you don't have that money, I would always recommend mid-range, and I'd only ever really recommend budgets if you really need some tyres just to get you by. But ultimately, it all depends on what your budget is. So I hope that gives you a little bit more of an insight into why tyres are important. Hopefully you've learned something. If not, then hey ho, at the end of the day, a lot of people already know this sort of thing, but there are people that don't. So that was really for them. So what I want to do now is get that front lip back on because I cannot stand the look of this without that front lip. But I'm going to make a modification to it. So this is my carbon fibre front lip, but as you can see, it is fairly banged up. It looks awful. And I want to put it back on the car because I don't like how the car looks without the front lip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a quick little sand and then I'm going to spray it black. So to start off with, I will give it a quick wipe down and quick clean up just to get any debris or any dirt off of the lip. Then I'll give it a wipe down just to make sure it's nice and dry. Then I'll sand it with 800 grit sandpaper because I'm not too bothered if this doesn't come out perfect. Following up, I will then spray it black. I know a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but it's only temporary. And there we have it, it's now sprayed black, gloss black. Now, it's not the best paint job in the world, I am no professional, and it doesn't look great at all up close. But, I mean, it looks slightly better than it did before, and it will do for now. But I will be getting some brand new replacements very soon, so hopefully they don't take very long, and I'll be able to get them on, and it will be looking a damn sight better than that. But for now, I need to let this dry so that I can then put it back on the car. So we'll let that dry, and then we'll come back to it. So it's been a couple of hours, and it doesn't look amazing, but it looks okay. It's not too bad. So let's get it on.
Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like it burns. So give him
Should be high enough.
something worse to kill his head with, make him forget somehow. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Sorry, this won't be enough this time. Yeah, he's calling all his friends to get some action.
Oh, there we go. It's now back on and looking great. The only problem I've just realised was that second block was very, very tight to that bumper. So now if I now back it off of there, it's going to rip the front lip off again.
Fool around with someone, don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have
Oh, there we go. All done. Now, yes, it still looks pretty crap. It doesn't look amazing, but it doesn't look anywhere as bad as it used to. And the car now looks nice again. So, job done. But anyway, guys, Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this new style of editing. Please let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on tyres, and let me know what your favourite tyre is. But that is it for this video, guys. I will see you next Sunday. Peace.